I'm on the rooftop balcony, pacing back and forth, coming up with the wind plan for tomorrow. NICU, day 289. For many people, a day in ICU can be rough. A week, rougher. Month, of course, roughest. But to be a newborn child, born at 23 weeks, 6 days, 1 pound, 6 ounces, to only know an ICU for your life. To wake up every morning with underdeveloped lungs, fighting chronic lung disease, and fighting for every breath, is what Zariah does. We didn't choose to be in the situation. Many times I'm angry to be in the situation. But what is anger going to help? Nothing. You know, when you're backed into a corner and you're in newborn ICU for 289 days straight, you know, we've had every curveball thrown at us. To be honest, people ask how you're doing. Well, of course we're not doing good. It's rough. Times are hard. But again, when you're backed in that corner, you got two options. You can quit, you can give up, you can throw in a white flag, or you can fight. As a father, what do you teach your child? What do you teach your daughter who hasn't seen the world, who only knows what you teach her? Well, you teach her to be a fighter. You teach her to be brave, to be strong. You let her know that everything's going to be okay. You tell her to keep her head up. Doesn't matter that 2 weeks ago we were told you have 0% chance of surviving this, that with one of the strongest medical teams on the West Coast, we're being told that Zariah has the worst case of chronic lung disease that they've ever seen. You know, after all putting their minds together, the conclusion came out that Zariah isn't going to make it. She's not going to be able to see her house. She's not going to come home to see her sister. She's not going to live a normal life, is what we've been told. Following that meeting, we had a second discussion. In that discussion came up if we've decided how we would like to let go. Sedate her, medicate her, go for a walk outside. You know, how would we like as a family to end it, to say goodbye? When that day and time comes, if it is sooner than later, we'll decide from there. But as of now, the fight goes on. Every day Zariah wakes up, looks me in my eyes, and says, "Daddy, fight. We fight." She grips my finger, she grips my hand. Days aren't easy. We have a couple attacks that we go through per day. When I say attack, I mean bouts where Zariah is fighting for oxygen, where she has to be fully medically sedated and paralyzed it sometimes in order to allow the vent to breathe for her. Tonight, she threw up on me. But we roll with these punches to live each day together. I told Zariah I'd never give up on her. Every day that she wakes up and fights, I fight. I don't care if I don't leave the hospital. I don't care about outside world things. That doesn't matter to me. My daughter, my blood, my heart, my everything needs me. So we fight together. We breathe together. We live together. So the decision of how to end our daughter's life moved forward with, we declined that decision respectfully. Because there's always this chance of a miracle. Wouldn't you agree? Miracles do happen. We would all agree. Now, how can we make a miracle happen? That's what I ask myself. But I do know that the right amount of prayers, the right amount of positive energy, the right amount of support can create a miracle. People from all over praying, reaching out to their higher power, whoever, whatever their higher power is. I respect that. But coming together, forming an army to fight, to ask, to give, to allow the time, the nutrients that Zariah's lungs need to pull off that miracle. Well, that's what we ask for. Every night I go to sleep, not knowing if I'll wake up and have my daughter the next morning. Saying that's a heart in the dagger, or dagger in the heart, is an understatement. Every time your child's life is on the line, your life's on the line. Me and baby girl, we fight together, we breathe together, we live together. We don't take no for an answer. We don't see giving up in our vocabulary. You know, together, we're a team. Together, we fight. Together, we win. Is it going to be easy? Hell no. Are we going to have curveballs thrown at us? Of course. Are we going to have negativity? Are we going to have negative thoughts? Are we going to have people or hurdles that won't believe in us on the way? Of course we will. But you know, I've always had that in my life. And I've always decided to fight forward. And for every scar, and every punch, and every curveball, I've came back stronger. Everything that's been thrown at me in my life has all came together now. The strength of pain in the past, the fear of knowing how it feels to lose someone, that all comes up now. And when I bring all that together, and I look in my daughter's eyes, she tells me to fight, we fight.